Drugu konferenciju za nastavnike engleskog jezika Eltam dan 2016, na kojoj je učestvovalo oko 140 profesora, otvorili su predstavnici institucija i organizacija koje u misiji promocije, afirmacije i razvoja engleskog jezika i stručnih kompetencija nastavnog kadra sa Udruženjem nastavnika engleskog jezika Crne Gore rade na proširivanju znanja o inovacijama, kreativnim metodama i tehnikama rada, kao i razmjeni iskustava i primjera dobre prakse. Uz podršku ambasade Sjedinjenih Američkih Država u Crnoj Gori, Eltam realizuje dva značajna projekta: English Access Micro Scholarship program, napredni kurs učenja engleskog jezika za 25 osnovaca iz Nikšića, i projekat oblikovanje načina podučavanja engleskog jezika koji podrazumijeva 4 regionalna dvodnevna seminara o najboljim primjerima nastavne prakse, koji su prezentovani u okviru konferencije Eltam dan 2016, a bit će objavljeni i u Eltamovom časopisu New Letters Voice Up.
All of us here today have one common goal, and that's to improve English language teaching in Montenegro. We all know that English is really a global language, and it opens up doors for further educational and professional development. As we've talked about already, this conference is part of a wider project that the United States government is implementing in cooperation with Eltam. And the project includes a series of regional teacher trainings based on the State Department's online seminar, Shaping the Way We Teach English. So if any of you have not already had the opportunity to take that seminar, I really encourage you to do so, because I think you'll find it energizing and helpful and thought-provoking. And if I had time, I'd do it too. But yeah, I think I have to go to another meeting. The U.S. Embassy supports English language teaching in many ways, including sponsoring our English language fellow, Christopher Hastings, who will be meeting with you later today. In addition, in June, we will support an English language specialist at the Faculty of Philology who will help provide some expert assistance with the reforms that are currently being undertaken. And every year, as you all know, we bring Fulbright teaching assistants, one of whom is here today, Aaron, who spend a year in Montenegrin universities and provide reading and writing lessons for students. These guys are amazing, and I know that anybody who's touched their orbit knows how fabulous they are. They also help develop educational presentations and workshops at our American Corners. We are particularly proud of the Access Micro Scholarship Program. I think that's a too long word, though. We're going to have to shorten it somehow. Even native English speakers can't say it, so the Access Program's easier. You all know it's a demanding 2-year course which provides students with innovative English language lessons. This will make the students more competitive in the future for both work and educational opportunities. We launched it in cooperation with Eltam, and this is the first academic year of Access in Montenegro. I've had the opportunity to meet with and talk with this wonderful group of students from Niksic, and I have to tell you, it's really, number one, I think they speak English better than I do. But number two, I really have enjoyed the opportunity and look forward to more opportunities to watch them grow, because they learn about our shared cultures and our shared values, and they have a lot of fun doing it, and they work really hard after school and on the weekends. Our Marine security guards also have had many opportunities to interact with them, which is great for both sides.
U saradnji sa ambasadom Velike Britanije u Crnoj Gori, Eltam je realizovao projekat Klub javne debate i konverzacije na engleskom jeziku.
In this year, when not only Britain, but the whole world is celebrating 400 years since the death of Shakespeare, it's probably a good time to stop and think about the phenomenon of globalization, the need and the acquisition or the aspiration of the human race to be connected closer together, to be able to communicate, to do business, travel, and engage with each other, regardless of the distance or difference that stands between them. Multiculturalism, plurilingualism, integration, inclusion are some of the concepts which reflect the growing need of cultures, nations, and individuals to remove the artificial boundaries that may have been built through history. English is a global phenomenon. It is the phenomenon which enabled globalization. It is not a foreign language, but a means of communication. It is not a school subject, but a gateway to world education. English is a basic life skill, and for many young people around the world, it is a way of living. Without English, a person may feel a little lonely in the world of digital communications, where English is the lingua franca. But also, as you know very well, English is an adventure. English plays a key role in the economic growth and competitiveness of every country and its ability to engage with the world. This is especially true for Montenegro. The economic development of Montenegro and its successful integration in the world family of nations depends on the quality of its human capital and the quality of its education system. And that's why you, as English teachers, have a critical role to play in this process. It is almost as important as a mother's role, making sure her child grows into a healthy, happy, and capable adult. You, the teacher, are key to ensuring your learners acquire the skills which will enable them to find employment, become successful professionals in order to lead a successful life and integrate into different cultural communities. We know the Montenegrin educational system faces many challenges today. Changes brought about by reforms, a demand on the teacher to acquire a multitude of new skills, an economic crisis, but then again the ambition to align with international standards and become part of the European family. Therefore, it's critical for the Montenegrin education system to have teachers who are committed to their learners' success. Teachers who are highly motivated and, most importantly, who never stop developing professionally in order to keep their performance at a high level, to stay attuned to the technological changes and provide the best possible education for the learners.
Britanski savjet, institucija koja je 21 godinu prisutna u Crnoj Gori i u kontinuitetu pruža pomoć i podršku na polju profesionalnog usavršavanja pedagoškog kadra, u saradnji sa Eltamom organizovaće obuku za nastavnike iz Nikšića i Podgorice. Prethodni zajednički projekat bio je kviz Montenegro English Challenge.
There is a growing demand on the education system to deliver knowledge, skills and behaviors fit for 21st century. The demand to create a workforce able to operate in an international and increasingly competitive business and academic environment. And it's not an easy task to do. But I want to assure you that you are not alone. We in the British Council are committed to supporting teachers around the world by providing access to high quality professional development in order to help them achieve excellence. Excellence in teaching means putting the needs of the learner as your priority. In the early stages of the learning journey, the child is blissfully unaware of the outer world and the challenges of the adult life. It is engaged in play, and the school is merely a playground. Will this journey be an enjoyable one, opening new pages of an exciting picture book every day, nurturing a love for learning, stimulating an inquisitive mind, creativity and problem solving? Or will it be a boring experience? As the child grows into a teenager, he or she becomes increasingly aware and almost overwhelmed by the multitude of life's demands, but also by inner emotions, attractions, ambitions, confusions. The teacher becomes the counselor, the therapist, life coach, a psychologist. We often think of education as a process of transferring knowledge from the teacher to the learner. In the past, often the teacher was the one who owned the knowledge, and the school was the place where this transaction took place. Today, in the era of global digital mobile communications, education takes place everywhere and at any time. Knowledge and information is widely and easily accessible. The old hierarchical structures are now being replaced by horizontal participative structures, where the learner is not only the receiver of information, but also a creator as well. Using the internet, the learner can create content, can post images and videos, and act as the source of information for a potentially enormous global audience. With this technological change, the role of the teacher has radically changed too. I was recently reminded by a friend of mine that the word educare actually means to pull or to draw from. Educare does not mean to put knowledge into a disciple's head. On the contrary, it means to pull the best out of the learner, to help them become the best they can be, and to help them achieve their full potential. The meaning of education and the role of the teacher have now become clearer than ever. And the same principle can apply to you. Are you being the best teacher you can be? That's why the teaching profession is a complex job, a demanding job, a job full of challenges and sensitivities. It goes beyond just knowing the subject. That's why teachers' education and professional development has to be very broad and continuous. The British Council approach to teacher development is a holistic one. We help teachers not just to improve classroom strategies, but a wide range of competencies and skills, including language proficiency, understanding of global trends in education, use of technology, curriculum material design, but also to develop motivation, attitude, and ethic. Every day, the British Council is developing new products and resources for teachers to help them stay on top of the latest developments when it comes to teaching English. One of the products that we have recently developed is called the Teaching for Success. And it's not just a product, it's an approach to professional development and to the way the system supports the teacher. Later on today, you will be able to become more familiar with the product Teaching for Success. We do constant research about teaching practices around the world, which helps us understand the commonalities in English language teaching and learning, despite differences in different educational traditions and contexts. These studies are freely accessible on our Teaching English website. Around the world, the British Council is working with near 1 million policymakers and around 9 million teachers and learners in online communities, Montenegrin teachers included. English teachers have been at the heart of our work for over 2 decades here in Montenegro, and that's why I'm so proud to see Eltam becoming stronger and more active every day, and I congratulate you on that. It is our priority as the British Council to ensure that every teacher has access to high-quality resources for professional development and to assure that every learner gets the best possible education and training.
Ministarstvo prosvjete je kroz reformu obrazovanja od 2006. omogućilo svim učenicima da engleski jezik izučavaju od 1. razreda osnovne škole, a u planu je da se ta nastavna praksa implementira od najranijeg uzrasta, odnosno od vrtića, kazala je Mubera Kurpejović, generalna direktorica Direktorata za visoko obrazovanje u resornom ministarstvu.
Ministarstvo prosvjete sa svojim i slobodno mogu reći nacionalnim i spoljnim partnerima sprovodi veliki broj aktivnosti kojima pokušava da doprinese ispunjenju misije nastavnika, da obezbijedi dobre uslove za rad nastavnika i dobre uslove za učenje naše djece.
Od osnivanja 2005. godine Eltamu je saradnik i Zavod za školstvo Crne Gore.
We believe that teachers' associations can play a very important role in improving the quality of teaching and learning, and as such, they are our partners in providing opportunities for continuous professional development of teachers. The Bureau and Eltam, since its establishment, have had a very good cooperation, and we hope that this cooperation will continue in the future and be successful as it is now. I'm very happy to be here today because it's so terrific to see so many familiar faces, some of whom I know for such a long time, but it's wonderful to see so many new faces. It's great that you are here today so that you can meet your colleagues, you can share your good practice and learn from each other. This conference is about you and your work. I would like to thank the organizers for all the efforts in putting this conference together, and I wish you all enjoyable and successful Eltam Day.
Domaćin druge nacionalne konferencije nastavnika engleskog jezika bio je Filološki fakultet.
Imam zaista veliko zadovoljstvo da, evo, na Filološkom fakultetu, kao što znate, koji je u formiranju i koji se formirao prošle godine, da vas pozdravim i da na neki način otpočnemo saradnju sa Udruženjem profesora engleskog jezika i na ovaj način, u ovoj zgradi, jer mislim da ništa prirodnije od toga nema nego da se na Filološkom fakultetu sa svim strukovnim udruženjima čiji se strani jezici izučavaju u Crnoj Gori, dakle i francuskim, i njemačkim, i ruskim, i naravno engleskim, italijanskim, da se napravi ta spona i da pomažemo jedni drugim. Vjerovatno znate da je u ovoj transformaciji našeg fakulteta nekadašnji institut za strane jezike sada čini sastavni dio jedne cijeline. U toku je, čak bih rekao, u završnoj fazi i novi prijedlog nastavnih planova i programa budućeg, onoga što će biti zapravo odsjeci ili studijski programi našeg fakulteta, tako da nadam se da će to doprinijeti još boljem i, ajde tako da kažem, novom kvalitetu izučavanja engleskog jezika, ali i svih stranih jezika u Crnoj Gori.
Zahvaljujući ambasadi Sjedinjenih Američkih Država u Crnoj Gori i sponzorima, obezbijeđene su brojne nagrade za učesnike konferencije, kazala je Dragana Radoman, predsjednica Eltama.
U organizaciji ove konferencije, pored svih pomenutih institucija, imali stvarno sjajan odziv izdavačkih kuća koje su poklonile veliki broj knjiga nastavnicima i možda nešto što je najinteresantnije našim nastavnicima jeste dvonedeljni trening, to je seminar za nastavnike engleskog jezika koji će pokloniti organizacija SOL Sharing One Language.
Predavači na konferenciji, njenom plenarnom dijelu kao i brojnim radionicama bili su eksperti iz oblasti nastave engleskog jezika. Christopher Hastings iz Sjedinjenih Američkih Država, Vanja Mačgalj i Adrian Tennant iz Britanskog savjeta, Mark Andrews iz organizacije SOL, Igor Lakić, profesor na Filološkom fakultetu, kao i profesorica iz Udruženja nastavnika engleskog jezika Crne Gore Eltam, Dragana Radoman i Milka Cerović.